Hi, hello everyone. This is Danny here. Welcome to Testimony Talks. This is actually part four of my college life. So we will be continuing. So if you have not watched the other parts, please do watch. Uh, I will actually I will act link. I will share the link in the description of this video. So this is one of the major part in my life, in my college life. I've seen two types of phases, where in the first phase, like in the first part, uh, I was able to see I completely betrayed from God, and God actually saved me. And in the second part, I went to the other extreme. I'm a very extreme person. I'm an extremist. So if I love God, I will actually love extremely. And also in the other way, also I'm an extreme person. So uh, I had to. So for my actual foolishness, or like for my this nature, I had to pay a good price. So at first I was at the extreme of sin against the Lord, and now I was at the extreme of over righteousness. But God actually gave me wonderful blessing. He actually highly exalted me. He gave all the best blessing that I could ever receive. I received the best rewards. I just felt so much of love from God, because after after completing my BCom, I wanted to join MCC college. I wanted to again I wanted to join MCC college, and but that also did not happen. God actually closed the door. I was very disturbed and hurt once again, because at least I wanted to go this time. I actually tried for MSW, but it never happened. But God, by His grace, actually gave me a seat in Patrician College, which was again a wonderful testimony, because there was when I went to Patrician College, almost the admissions was actually over. So there were actually 29 seats that were already filled. So even though I tried so much, I actually could not actually get a seat for MSW in Nutrition College. But by grace, actually, God actually opened the door by a miracle. One girl, she actually left from here, and she had to go and actually study at somewhere else, like actually Bangalore or somewhere else. So her seat was actually free. So I was connected to actually someone, and from that person, I had to join back. I was contacted to actually come and join in my college itself for MSW, which was unbelievable. I did not expect it. I did not want to come to my college once again. I just prayed a prayer for that college very sincerely, and I just actually left the college. But God again brought me there. So, but I was so much actually thankful afterward. At first, I was actually hesitating due to various reasons, but I just prayed some actually sincere prayers to God to protect me and other things, and God was so faithful in those sincere prayers, those small most sincere prayers from the inner depth of our hearts. God always hears it, and He was so faithful for that. And God did amazing things. God did so many miracles. So wow, he actually brought out the gifts that was inside me. I was never a speaker, but when I did my MSW, God made me to speak boldly in front of everyone. Though I stammer, I will that will not stop me from sharing my views and points. So I learned that public speaking, which was a biggest challenge of my life. I hated, like, it was so fearful because I used to stammer. So I I had actually I had zero confidence, but God actually strengthened me to speak in front of people. In fact, he completely took over everything, and I received the best posts and posts and posts and committees there. God was so faithful, but I went to the extreme level where I did not actually depend on the grace of God, but I was dependent on my own deeds. I prayed very sincerely. I had a strong prayer life, and almost every day I used to fast. I ran from everything that came, like I went to the extreme righteousness, but I forgot God, for which I was punished, like for which I had to pay a good price. I missed so many good friendships, but God was still faithful. But at the same time, somewhere I went wrong, and I had to face many kind of tough situations there also. I was crushed so much, but God was faithful. I learned so many things. I learned to endure it, just like Job. Even the even his actually friends were not able to understand him. In the same way, I had to go through some of the toughest situations, but God was faithful, and He was with me even in those times. But in spite of that, God gave me so many blessings. One of the best blessings that I received was He gave me he put his put his put his put his word in my mouth. I took a message. I started to. I didn't go to any Bible college, but through the Spirit of God, I was able to actually preach. I was able to explain a particular message. I still remember that message. It was we actually escaped from the sword. So that message I was able to. I think that was my first message in a small actually fellowship as a people around, if I'm not wrong, around like 15 to 20 people were there. We actually went to a small ground which is next to our college, and we used to pray there. And afterwards we had to we had to ask for a church, and there some people, we used to gather and have a small kind of small kind of fellowship every week. But at the same time, I struggled so much because I was not academically. I had to I did not, I was not actually good at some of the basic things like basic things like submitting reports on time, which was very normal thing. But I actually complicated it so much, and I put pressure on my own self. I wanted to prove everyone. I was not actually focusing on God, but I was focusing on everyone who were around me, and I learned so many things after that. But still, I learned so many. I received so many blessings. We went for a study tour. We went for a study tour to actually Delhi and Shimla, and it was amazing. God gave wonderful blessings. Even though I received so many blessings, I also had to go some kind of actually struggles, for which I was deep inside. I was hurt, and I was questioning God. God, I'm actually your son, and I'm doing so many things for you. But why these things are like this? I did not ask this question directly to God, but it was in my heart, which actually led me to actually disobey Him at the later period of my life, which I will share in the upcoming episode. But in the second part, like in the second phase where I went to the extreme, God was still so faithful. I received all the best blessings. There was no lack in anything. கர்த்தரை தேடுகிறவர்களுக்கோ ஒரு நன்மையும் வந்து குறைவுபடாது. In the same way, God, He did not lack in any goodness. I can testify that for the glory of God. So just one thing I just want to actually remind at the end of this part of the testimony, that is, don't go to the extremes. Either it may be extreme of going to the sin, or either or the other way, extreme righteousness, where we will completely actually forget God and not actually depend on Him and His grace, but we will walk on our own righteousness. To say in Tamil, it is minjina neediman. So we have to escape that, because I struggle so much because of that. So I just wanted to not actually repeat it anymore. It's so painful, and it will make us to hate God. It will actually make us to it will make us to question God. It will make us to disobey God. God, I'm doing so much for you, but why I'm not receiving? Whenever this question comes in our heart, we have to check whether we are in the extreme of extreme righteousness. May God help you to understand this. And God, I just want to thank Him for all the blessings He did in my MSW life, and also He actually protected me from so many things, which I cannot share everything here, but God was so faithful. And also He actually cleared the account of, like, I wanted to join the a cappella team, but which never happened. But in the second year, in the first year of MSW, it did happen. God helped me to join in that a cappella team once again, but like one fool, I didn't go for that particular program on the day which took place on MCC, which was the perfect thing that actually God actually prepared for me to ensure His justice in my life, like His avarude needi. So his fulfillment, or his plan, or his preparation for me, which I couldn't fool. I actually ignored it, like I actually despised it. And also I had an other work on the day, but still I must have actually prioritized it, but I missed it out. So this, yes, now only I'm actually realizing that I was in the extreme. So at that time, I think I just thought I was perfectly all right. So but still, even though I had so many mistakes on my side, God's grace and His presence never left me. So I'm so thankful for that. So He gave all the blessings. He actually ensured all my needs are met, and he actually brought out so many gifts in those times. So I'm so thankful for that. So many things that I'm actually doing at present, it all came in that toughest refining seasons. May God actually help you to see the best even in your worst. We will continue this testimony talks under the topic of my disobedience in the next episode, if God's will. See you in the next video. Bye.